What is going on, painting company owners? You got Brandon from Painter Marketing Pros here. Happy Friday. So what is a good conversion rate for painting companies? And I actually reached out to a couple of the companies that have been on the Painter Marketing Mastermind podcast, and I asked them today what their conversion rates are, what they're expecting, conversion in terms of when you actually conduct an estimate, how many of those people, what percentage of the people that you conduct an estimate for do you expect to book a job with your painting company? What should you be aiming for? And their answers, and remember, these are all people who own painting companies that are doing well over $1 million a year in revenue. They've come on the Painter Marketing Mastermind podcast because they run highly successful painting companies, and I bring them on to basically learn from their experience and what they're doing right, and other, what other painting companies can kind of emulate. And for them, it was anywhere between 25% and over 50%. And so there were some interesting comments. One was, Brad Ellison of Somerset Painting and Home Improvements actually said if you're setting any more than over 40%, then you're charging too little, which I thought was an interesting point, because you do want to make sure that when you're not getting a job, that you're not getting that job because you're charging too much, right? Or too much in the consumer's mind at that point. Probably isn't too much for the quality, but that's how you want to lose jobs. That's the right way to lose a job. Don't be closing everything. Don't lose a job for some other reason other than that customer happened to be overly price sensitive, right? And so that maybe they weren't willing to pay for the quality or professionalism of your painting company. But 40 to 50%, 30 to 50% was generally the right answer, right? And we've recently rolled out, we've created a product. We've been doing it for a while for our internal clients, but we recently created this conversion product, which is a software and a set of software, and also campaigns, basically building up the professionalism of your painting company with your prospects. And we recently rolled that out. Our most recent PCA workshop was focused on conversions and how do you maximize conversions. And so it's a point that we're really focused on right now. And I think as you go into winter slow season, it becomes even more important. So if you, and it's also going to vary by, it's going to vary by channel. If you're doing all referrals, if you're doing all repeat business, that kind of thing, if you're smaller and that's you're not really doing any marketing, you're just kind of doing referral and repeat business, then you could be closing 75%. That's the best kind of business to get. It's the easiest to close, and the percentages are usually very high there. Now, when you start doing Facebook ads, Google ads, when you get companies coming through SEO and maybe radio ads or rap bands or whatever, then now you're getting kind of cold traffic, right, coming through. And so those aren't going to close at a 75 to 80% rate. And if they are, then you're charging way too little. So the rate that you should be closing at is somewhere between 30 and 50. I really advocate for aiming for 50. And there's the argument you should charge more then, but it's important. You do need to know your KPIs, your key performance indicators. You do need to know what is your conversion rate by channel. So when someone comes through your Facebook ad or Google ad, or they find you in GMB or they will refer to you via channel, what's your close rate? And how many different opportunities are you getting by channel each month? But you also need to make sure that you're falling at least within the 25 to 30%. If you're closing under 30%, there's a problem, right? If you're going out and you're conducting 10 estimates and you're closing one or two of those, there is a problem. So make sure you know your numbers. Make sure that it's at least 25 to 30% at a minimum, and really ideally more in the 40 to 50% range. But yeah, and if you do have a problem with the follow-up, if you're seeing some of your sales kind of drop through, we did roll out Home Pro Conversion recently as an offering to customers that aren't actively full-time marketing with us, and it's a game changer. It is a part of our secret sauce. So reach out if you're interested. And happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend.